Okay, let's try this again. Hey there, everyone. It's Anthony, back with another video here on Single and Placing. Hi. We're out here at the lake that I don't know the name of by one of the pet stores that Apollo and I frequent. We were on a hunt today. Well, the goal was to go on a walk, but I was on a hunt today to try to find him some knuckle bones. And I mentioned it in a previous vlog that they have been really hard to come by. So I got him the regular like leg bones or whatever they are. Like your traditional shaped like dog bone that's like hollow, but it's filled with the marrow, they're raw. And so I bought him a 3-pack of those and they were a pretty hot deal, but he is such a strong chewer when he gets into those raw bones that when it's that hollow bone, he'll break off chunks of the actual bone and eat it because he just is so strong he can just like crunch through it. And sometimes he swallows big old pieces and then, you know, they have to come back up somehow. So it happened once and I was like, this is why I don't buy these bones, and this is why I like the knuckle bones, because they're very solid. They have minimal like extra bones attached to them, like little pieces. Come on, let's go. So I usually get those, but they're so hard to come by. So today I was like, we're finding them before we go on our walk today. So I was listening to Mia's live at home while I was up downloading the clips from previous vlogs. So I have a lot of editing to do tonight. But once that was done, or it was about done, I was like, okay, let's get on the road. Let's get a good walk in. And I'm gonna try to find you some knuckle bones. So 2 of the pet stores that we go to are on the way here, one being like right here. So we stopped at the first one. They didn't have them. Again, like their whole freezer section with all their raw bones and stuff, it's like pretty much empty. There's very minimal stuff there, which is a kind of a bummer because it used to be the place that had everything. And now they don't really have much. So I don't know if there's just a shortage from that company that sells them or what's going on. But yeah, they didn't have them. So we got, and I kind of figured that because last time I was there, they were low. So I kind of knew where we were coming here anyway. So we came to the second spot. I like this pet store too. It's just way more expensive. Like I was gonna get green lip mussels for him too. At the other place, they're $11 for a pound. It's like, that's a pretty good deal, but let's see what the other place has. That way I'm not keeping frozen stuff in the car as long as we already will be going to this second location. So it's like, I'll just see how much they are at the second location. So we get here, they're like $19, like an extra $8 for the exact same product. It's like, you've got to be kidding me. So we didn't get those. I think I'm just gonna keep buying him the dried ones. So is he going potty again? Hold on. Okay. So it's like, yeah, well, I'll just keep getting him the dried ones, which is what I normally do. Apollo, please. He's being so pulley and sniffy because we haven't been over here in a long time. So I didn't get those, but they did have 1 2-pack of their beef, like knuckles, kneecaps, whatever. I think they're kneecaps, I don't know. And so they had a 2-pack of those, but it looked so freezer burnt because it had been sitting in there for a while. So I asked them, I was like, do you have any more of these, like in the back or something? And like, we don't have those. And yes, that one's been sitting there for a minute. Maybe we should put it on sale. I'm like, yeah, you probably should. But they did get us some 2-packs of the bison knuckle bones. kneecaps, whatever. And I was like, okay. And those they got in recently, so they looked fresh. So I was like, I'll take a 2-pack of those. And usually a 2-pack, like Apollo will get like 2, sometimes 3, like chewing sessions from each one. Because I don't let him eat the entire thing in one sitting. It's a lot. They're big. They're like bigger than a baseball, maybe like 2 baseball size. So it's like, okay, that's fine. But the bison ones are so much more expensive. When she checked me out, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's like $12 a bone. But it really helps to clean his teeth. They have meat on them, and it'll keep him busy and occupied for at least an hour each time. I just put a towel down and just let him go for it. So I think they're worth it just to keep his teeth clean, because they really do. Like, his teeth are like sparkling white when he's on raw bones. And getting a dog cleaning, teeth cleaning, usually involves putting them under anesthesia. It's a whole thing, so I'd rather not. So if I can keep his teeth nice and clean and healthy, doing something like that, which in the moment feels pricey, I'm like, oh my gosh, all this for bones, but it does help. And I know they have like teeth cleaning, like biscuits and like fake bones and stuff, like teeth cleaning treats and stuff that you can give your dogs. But anytime I look at those ingredients, I'm just like, yikes. None of this seems like what I should be giving my dog. It's just like a bunch of like additives and chemicals and potato starches and oils, and usually some citric acid, which is actually what's doing the cleaning, because it kind of helps to like wear off not only the gunk, but citric acid can also wear off enamel. So it's just, I don't know, if I can do it with like a raw bone that doesn't have anything extra, and it's also very good for him, then I'll just do that, even though it's pricey. And I usually let him do a raw bone feed like session like twice a week. So, I mean, those 2 bones can last us sometimes up to 3 weeks. So I have to think about it like that, and it's not that crazy, I guess, but it does hurt when I go to check out and I'm like, I'm sure these bones would have been, they used to just be thrown away back in the day or just processed into something. But now that there's people like me that like fancy stuff with their dogs, they're like, we can take these spare bones from processing cattle or animals and sell them for like huge markup. It's crazy. I wish I knew someone that owned a farm or something, so I could get them for less than what I pay for them. But he's worth it. Come on. He's worth it.
Hopefully we get it off, but usually he makes everybody go back to work on the second.
Come on. Come on, buddy. Let's keep moving.
But that's the thing, right? That's such the thing with any.
So yeah, it took a good long while to get all those videos uploaded or downloaded onto the computer from the memory card, because I have like, I think right around 3 hours of vlogs that I need to edit and post at the time of filming this, so it took forever. I was hoping to get out of the house earlier, but I wanted to film today, and I couldn't just unplug the camera. I had to wait till they were all done, so we had to wait. But yeah, so now we're here, and I figured I'd respond to some comments. Mia's live was a lot of fun. She went live for like 3 hours today. So I was able to get those videos done and get some laundry done and run the trash out and just doing some other stuff. And I actually got a little bit of diamond painting done this morning or late morning while I was listening to her too. So I got a lot done at the house. But then I was like, we have to go. We have to go. So it just so happened that she was wrapping up right as we were leaving. So yeah. But now we're here. Make sure to leave in the comments how things are going for you. There is lots of prairie dogs out here enjoying the cooler weather. So we'll go into this little neighborhood and walk around, and then eventually we'll get spat back out in our loop, and I'll finish that. Oh, I should start a walk. Okay, done. Record an outdoor walk. Oh, it already started for me. Good. I used to be way worse about losing things like watches and wallets and cell phones. Like I used to be really bad, and I guess I'm still pretty bad because I want to say maybe at the beginning of the year I lost my Apple Watch. I had like the Apple Watch Ultra, whatever the fanciest one they had was, because that's how I roll. So I lost it, and I was like, I'm never buying another smartwatch again because I can't keep track of them, apparently. But then I realized that when I upgraded to that one, I never traded in my old one. And I've given a really old Apple Watch to a friend at one point, but I held on to this one. And so I was going through my stuff and I was like, oh my gosh, I still have my old Apple Watch in here. So I pulled it out and charged it so I can start recording my walks. Now, my phone will still record them if my phone's in my pocket, but the watch is just a little bit nicer because I can quickly at a glance look and be like, okay, we've gone X amount of miles, so let's head back. So I'm gonna try to start using it again. I've been walking a lot longer distances with Apollo now that I've been filming again because I just want to gab, and then before you know it, I'm like, oh my gosh, Apollo, we did like 5 miles in that one go, just because I just lose track when I'm chit-chatting with you all, which is a very good problem to have. I'm hoping that'll help me lose some weight, because it's been a struggle, especially when I had my foot injury. It's still ongoing, the plantar fasciitis, but it's nowhere near as painful as it used to be. So anyway, let's go ahead and get into some comments here. It's humid out. Humid out today. Okay, that's the wrong channel. Switch to single and placing. Okay. Apollo, let's go ahead and go. Thanks. Come on. Okay. All right, my unboxing of My Inner Sanctuary by Yume Art. Michelle Bryce says, that's a beautiful painting and it's in my stash. I bought this one early on in my diamond painting journey and didn't realize until you unboxed it the sheer amount of color blocking. Oh my gosh, I'm a confetti girl, but we'll hang in there and complete it. Okay, good. Yeah, I think it'll be worth it because it's such a beautiful image. So I think it's gonna be well worth it, but yeah, it's a lot of color blocking. And then my whip in chat, responding to your comments. My most recent one. LET says, hi, Anthony and Apollo. Thanks for the whip in chat. Wow, so many questions answered in this post. I have to admit, I feel sad when creators decide to have members only content. I totally get it. But for people who can't afford all their favorites, it's hard. Who do who to choose. I got a bit disheartened, and had decided this month in August I'll go through my subscribe list before the new year and delete some. I think people get so invested, me, and feel I know creators, and it feels like I'm losing a friend. Oh no! Okay, off my soapbox now. I've loved watching you again the last few days. Thank you, Ellie. Of course, thanks for watching. And yeah, I get it. And I know, a lot of people will do, you can set it so it's members only content for the first week, and then it goes open to everyone, so it's kind of like early access. But I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm so all over the place as far as just YouTube in general, because I'm having a great time with the other channel. I'm having a great time, but I also really learned in taking this break that I love doing vlogs and doing all this stuff too. And I don't know if I don't think I could do this kind of stuff over on the other channel. That's very kind of specific to me going to parks and talking about theme parks and stuff. So I don't think doing vlogs where I'm just walking around and stuff would be something that would interest the coaster people. So yeah, I'm thinking about it, but yeah, at one point I was well, I'll just do a Patreon over on Coaster Pursuit and then put all this stuff over there. But then again, just like you said, it kind of feels like there's a paywall now. So yeah, I don't know. I'm still just taking it one day at a time. I'm just gonna keep, I'm doing what I'm doing with the vlogs and stuff here now that my summer trip is over, and we'll see how things go this fall. And then I'll regroup and let you know. So yeah, where do you want to go, Apo? I think there's a path up here. Let's go check it out. But thank you so much for the comment. I appreciate it. J-Pat says, oh, I get how you kit up numerically now. Thanks. I do like hearing how everyone does it. Lizette was talking about how she groups by symbols. For max color kits, it made total sense, but the idea of managing so many drills is so daunting. I finished a huge kit with 72 colors in July, and just that many felt like a lot. Yeah, that is a lot. I'm excited to try out the Merry Mud stuff you're showing here and that you've enjoyed for so long. It's been a while since I've used traditional putty. You gave great recs with Alien Putty and Intergalactic, so I've been working with that lately. If you can talk more about the glue dots later, that'd be cool. I want to love them, but I struggle. They never stay in the pen tip for me. I wonder what's good about these ones and what the heck I'm doing wrong. Nice kit for the whip and chat. PS, I didn't want to say if you made up your mind, but your channel is one of a kind in the diamond painting world. So yay, if you still drop in. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And yeah, I was kind of in the same boat with the regular glue dots, how they come out. And I always lean towards products for my pen, like putties and stuff, that I can use for everything, because I don't have a ton of pens. I don't like having a bunch of pens sitting around and being like, okay, that's my AB pen that's got a glue dot in it, and that's my whatever pen that works best for this. This is my wax pen. I always use just one pen at a time, and most recently I've been using the same pen pretty much all year from Diamond Pen Pal. And I always have a single placer in it and a 5-placer from Diamond Art Club. I don't go any bigger because I feel like the bigger I get with multi-placing, the messier I am. I'm just not a clean multi-placer, so I have to go small. And most of the time, the 5-placer from Diamond Art Club, the stainless steel one, can pick up 6. So if I'm getting saucy, I can do 6. But most of the time, I'm going 5 at a time for even big old sections of color blocking. So Merry Mud is really the only thing that's worked for me consistently for everything. ABs, whatever. Alien putty and intergalactic putty do work as well, but so I would just as easily recommend those, and I did as much in that comparison. So I like those too, but for me, I will use them, but right now it's more like I use them because I'm like, oh, I feel bad because I haven't used that. I always go back to Mary Mud, which is what I have the most of. So I guess that makes sense. But yeah, so I tried using the regular, like the actual glue dots, like from the craft store for a while, and they worked okay. But just like you said, they tended to come out of my single placer, and I don't know, I like the fact that I could just reload with the mud and be on my way. I felt like I was switching out glue dots faster than a lot of people do, and I think it's also because I'm a very hard placer. So yeah, I just never got into them. Now Mary's dots are different in that they're not like a solid piece of like plastic feeling. It's more like a tacky kind of jelly, but thicker than that, obviously. And so her first round that she did back when didn't work super well for me because they didn't come off of the clear film that she puts them on. So you had to like really pick it off, and it just got messy pretty quickly. And so and she kind of realized that after she started sending them out, like, oh, these aren't working for everyone. So when she closed her shop, obviously those got discontinued. So she's been working on a version 2, which I've been using, and they work way better. They come right off of the film now in just one hunk, but it's still, like I said, kind of that gummy texture. So when I load it into, and this is an early release product, so don't take this as how they always will be. You asked and I'll tell you. So you peel it off with your tweezers, pop it in your single placer, and then there is some excess. And that's one thing I did mention to her is like, I feel like these are a little big, but I get that you want to give people a good amount for their money. But I end up loading it in and there's some extra that's poking out. So then I stab a piece of release paper to like cut off the excess, and then I can get going. And I have to dirty them up pretty good before I get started because they're very sticky. Now, they don't come out of my single placer, which is good because that's an issue that I've had with other shops' glue dot products before, is it just kept coming out of my single placer. So these actually stay in, but you do have to dirty them up pretty good. And honestly, I feel like if hers were like half the size or even smaller, like a third of the size, then I could just jam them in there and they'd work just fine without needing to dirty them up that much. But because it really fills up that pen tip, you do have to kind of dab it on your shirt, or I'll even, like, sometimes if I've got lotion on or something on my palm, I'll take my single placer and just kind of rub the edge against my palm to get like the dead skin cells and like probably a little bit of lotion in there, and it helps to make it work. So I was able to use one of her version 2 glue dots for a 60 by 10 piece of my Muka that I'm working on, and which requires a ton of single placing because it is very confetti heavy. I used it for that entire time without switching it out, which is really good for me. So I do like them, but again, I don't know if they would work in my multi-placer. I guess I'll need to try it. Maybe I'll try tonight. I will really have to dirty them up, but just put like 3 or 4 of them in my multi-placer, or however many I'll need, and see how they work, because I really like something to work in everything. And that's just a me thing. I know other people are like, well, I put a glue dot in here, but a putty in here, which I have been doing to work with her new release, but it's not what I always do. So Yeah, it's just, you know, it's another option for people that like them. But I don't know if I'm going to be a Mary Dots. I'm not sure if that's the name that she'll be using, but I'm not sure if I'll be a Mary Dots collector. They're nice, but I like the putty the best. And the anti-static sheets. Those are incredible. I will buy as many of those as she releases because they just work so well. I was thinking, should I try to put one of these in my laundry, like a couple of them, and see what it does? But I think they're too small. They just work so well. Okay, we're crossing here, buddy. They just work so well. I love them. Should we keep meandering around? I mean, we've already pretty much done halfway, so I've got to add some more to this to have some more time to chat. But yeah, the glue dots, I don't think you're doing anything wrong. I think you might like the Mary Dots better because you can, rather than it being that solid piece that you can't really like snip off or trim out of your single placer, this you can just press it against. I use a piece of release paper on the table, and I just stab it to get all that excess off. So that might work better for you. I'm not sure. They might be worth giving a shot to. But I like them. I like them. Okay, thank you. Leanne says, I'll be sending you messages telepathically. Keep the channel, Anthony. We need you, Anthony. Let me know if it works. Thank you. And Ellie says, hi, Anthony and Apollo. Wow, nice to see and hear you again. I really think this canvas is lovely. This is my finish of Waterfall in a Jungle. Not one I would have thought to purchase, but love the finished result. Also living in the UK and cost of postage. I wouldn't get the enhancement kits, although, or I would love to. I just couldn't justify the extra cost. Yes, a life update would be great on a walk. Hugs until next time. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And yeah, you'll be seeing, well, you should have already seen 3 vlogs before this goes up because I've got one life update one, and then 2 more responding to your comments. So yeah. All right, and that puts us back to our older comments. So I'm keeping up, everyone, or keeping up with the new ones at least. Dark Lady, oh my gosh, now I'm gonna see, since I took this break, I'm forgetting people's names. You told me what it was. Crap, you'll have to tell me again. I'm so sorry. I'm, you know, people say they're bad about names. I'm terrible with names, especially if I'm not like seeing the person like frequently, then it just goes right out the ear. I think it was Asia. I think, you'll have to let me know if I got that right. Hey friend, I will happily follow your new channel because I love amusement parks and roller coasters. I can't wait when you're in Poland to visit Energylandia. Maybe then we can meet because it's less than 30 minutes by car for me. And probably in 2026, there will be new roller coasters there that I would love to go on. I'm happy for you, and I hope you find an apartment for yourself in a good location. I keep my fingers crossed for that, and for a good job if you decide to move. The feeling that the new channel will be a success and will allow you to fulfill your dreams. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And yes, please, let's keep in touch. I don't know how I can keep everyone updated. Well, I keep everyone updated here with travel plans on vlogs, but I should post something formally. That way, if people do want to meet up, we can try to coordinate. But yes, I will be in Energylandia. I was talking to Mia today on the live because we were talking about the retreat, and I was pulling up where she lives, and then a restaurant that she'd like to go to for her birthday, which is the Monday after the retreat. So I looked that up, and I was looking up other places, and I was like, let me zoom out and start like kind of rough estimating where all these different theme parks are that I want to go to and like how much I'll be driving. So I pulled up the ones in Denmark that I'd like to go to, and there's a lot. I think there's 5 or 6 just in Denmark that I want to check out. Some of them will just be like Bon Bon Land will just be like a half day, if that, maybe just a couple hours. So I'll be able to do 2 parks that day. But anyway, so I was looking up those, and I was like, okay, how far is it from Mia's town to Energylandia in Poland. And it's like a 12-hour drive. It's a long haul. So something that I would probably want to fly to if I was just going straight there, but there's a bunch of places in between that I want to go to. So driving is how it's going to be, because there's parks all along the way through Germany into Poland. And then I also wanted to go up to Sweden and potentially Norway to do like 3 parks. There's like 2 in Sweden and 1 in Norway that I wanted to go to. But if I try to go from the northernmost park down to the southwestern or easternmost park, it's just, I won't have enough time to do this huge roundabout trip. Like if I took 3 weeks off of work, I could probably do it, but I don't have the money to do all of that and to take that much time off. So I'm trying to keep it at 2 weeks, maybe like 1 day extra with travel, because we also have to think travel time is going to eat into that. So I might try to take 16 days off, so I actually have 14 days of true vacation, and then the travel day on either end. I don't know. I'm still looking at it. So then I was like, okay, well, let's see how many parks in Germany I want to do, because Energylandia is the only park in Poland that I'll be going to. It's like, let me see how many parks in Germany I want to do, and that'll help me decide if adding Sweden and Norway is even realistic. And so I started pulling up all the parks in Germany. There's so many. It's ridiculous how loaded that country is with like theme parks, big and small, but the amount of roller coasters that are there in that country is crazy. So I was looking at it, I was like, there's probably 8 parks at least that I want to go to in Germany. So that's already 8 days of this trip if I was to do one a day. I'll have to look at their sizes and stuff and travel times, but I was like, there's just no practical way that in 2 weeks I'll be able to do all of the, like, I want to knock out like pretty much all the major parks in Germany and plus some smaller ones, because this, in my head, this is going to be like a once in a lifetime trip to do this. So I'm like, if I'm there, I'm going to do them. So I don't think Sweden and Norway are on the docket, but then I say to myself, well, when else are you going to Sweden? When else are you going to go to Norway? You could always do some of those Germany parks when you do France and UK. Maybe just split it in half and just do Eastern Germany and then leave all the Western parks for when you do those other countries at some point in the future. So I don't know. I'm on the fence because I wanted to go to Phantasialand, but that's on the west side of Germany. So I don't know. I have to sit down and look, but I will be doing Energylandia on this trip. It's just a matter of, do I skip Sweden and Norway, or do I skip half of Germany this time? So I think I'm going to start looking at that sooner than later, because I really need to come up with a game plan. I also need to look at when the seasons wrap up for some of these parks, because some of the parks I want to go to are only open in September. They're only open on the weekends at that point. So I might have to look at if they're actually open, and that'll dictate obviously which ones I'm able to go to. So, and I'm thinking, if I look up and find that the ones in Sweden and Norway at that late of the season are only open on weekends, then I'll probably just skip them. And if the ones in Germany are open later in the season, then I'll just stay down there and do Denmark, Germany, Poland. But yeah, it's a lot to think about. And like some of these parks are massive. I was looking at, I can't even remember some of the names of these parks, but I'm just like, oh my gosh, that's going to be a day, at least a day. If not, I need to devote 2 days to some of these parks. So I don't know. I think I just might have to also except the fact that I'm not going to be able to hit, like if I just pick Germany, I still might not have time to hit them all, because there's just, you know, some of these parks have like 19, 23 roller coasters, and it's like there's just no way that I'll be able to do all that in a day. And then all the drive time and stuff. So, but it just feels like, how often am I going to Germany? How often am I going to Denmark? How often am I going to that part of the world? But I don't know. We'll see. So I want to do, Germany's just kind of a hub for sure. So it's hard to try to fit it all into one trip. It's such a hub for parks. There's so much to do. So I might just have to say, pick your top 5 and just be okay with that, or top 4. It hurts to say. But once I get this done, I could foresee myself doing probably three or 4 in my life Europe trips, and I could knock out the heavy hitters for sure. And then I can, you know, and then from there, there's obviously so much in Asia too. So that's a big thing. Like, I want to do a Japan trip specifically and just do a 2-week in Japan, because there's a lot going on there. And then I'd love to do a Korea trip. Not as many theme parks, but I have other reasons for wanting to go to Korea. So I can make do with a smaller amount of parks and just enjoy my time there. And then I'd love to do a China trip eventually. And then there's a decent number of parks in South America, but there's certainly destination parks. Like, I'd probably go and just tack that on to like a bunch of other stuff for a vacation. Like, it's not easy to drive from one park to another, certainly country to country. So that's its own world. Australia has a pretty decent number of parks. Of course, that would have to be its own huge thing. But a lot of what I want to do, honestly, is here in the US. Like, we kind of, outside of like Germany and greater Europe, it's the US where you're going to find all the parks. So that's kind of a bigger focus, and it's much less expensive. And especially now that I have my Cedar Fair Six Flags season pass, and I can start renewing that now for a lot less. I think it's like $119 a year for access to all the parks every year. So that's much more attainable, and that's kind of my goal, is to visit every operating Six Flags Cedar Fair park sooner than later. And then obviously I'd love to do the Universals, the Disneys, all that stuff too. But I've said that as much before, they're kind of lower on my list because A, the crowds, and B, I'm more into the coasters as opposed to like the theming and stuff. Although I do really like it. If I had to pick, do you want to go to Cedar Point or do you want to go to Disney World? I'd say Cedar Point. So yeah, and the cost, just the cost of Disney is just kind of outrageous. You know, at a lot of these Cedar Fair parks, I can find a cheapy Airbnb down the street from the park, and that's that. You know, whereas like Disney World, you kind of have to stay there, and even the hotels around the area are just so price gouged because they know that you're going there for Disney. So yeah, someday. But it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see how the next like couple years go with this new endeavor. But I'm so excited for the rest of this year. I've got 6 parks that I'll be going to, potentially 7 if I do something in September, which it's probably already September when you're seeing this, most likely. So there's another park this month. I'm thinking I don't know. I need to look at my time off. I'm thinking I might do either Six Flags Fiesta Texas and SeaWorld, bam bam, or do Frontier City in Oklahoma City and Silver Dollar City in Branson. One of those two, because I think I can get those done in a long weekend. Fly out early Friday, do a park that day, like a half day, and then Saturday and Sunday, I'd probably do a 4-day so I don't have to travel the same day on Sunday. But yeah, so I just have to look at time off, but there's gonna be hopefully a decent amount of content coming up on the other channel. We shall see, but yeah. All right. Artemis says, I don't know the situation in Colorado, but Texas is a no-fault state. Just trust your gut and you'll be fine. I don't remember what we were talking about because that was so long ago. Let me see. Okay. We must have been talking about insurance stuff. Was that around the time of the accident? It must have been. So thank you for the comment. Yes, I would have to definitely keep that in mind. Thank you for the comment, and Trin gives some heart emojis. Thank you. And Mia says, hey love, you know you will end up where you're supposed to end up and the right time. Trust that and move forward. I love Apollo running around and having fun with Dune and the other doggos when they're off leash. Your new channel will be a huge success. I just know it, and I'm happy you got to meet up with the owners of that channel you've been following. You have to tell me more. Text me. Lots of love to you and Apollo. Well, we've been talking since then, but yeah. Coaster Studios is the name of the other channel. I've been chatting with them and everyone in that Instagram group pretty regularly, but I haven't really been watching a lot of their videos recently because I've been trying to watch more diamond painting content. And that other channel I mentioned, Technology Connections, when I diamond paint. So I'm actually behind on some of their content, but I need to go back through and start listening to they have a series called Coastin' Through Europe. They've done it 3 seasons now. So 3 years, once a year, they do a Europe trip and they hit up different parks. So, I mean, that just goes to show how much there is to do there. Is they'll go for like 3 weeks. And they've had to do that 3 times, and I think they went again this year, and they still haven't gotten to everything. So just imagine me trying to do all of it in 2 weeks. It's just crazy. So I know that I'm gonna have to get picky. But they've gone to the UK, Scotland, Norway. They've hit up pretty much everything. And they stop and do little tourist attractions and stuff along the way. They'll just find these like kind of roadside attractions to do and stuff. So they have the means to do all that, which is awesome. But and that's their full-time job. So they don't have to worry about taking time off from work to go do this. Like, that is what they do. So yeah, it's a little different when you've got paid time off to think about and how much you actually have. But by next September, I think I would have enough to do 3 weeks. I'm gonna have to just budget, because if I could do a 3-week Europe trip and just do, because Sweden and Norway, honestly, there's like 3, maybe 4 parks that I want to go to, and that's it for those countries. And obviously see the sights too. So I could probably get what I need to get done in those 2 countries done in a week. And then if I had 2 weeks to do Denmark, Poland, and Germany, I think I could manage that. We'll see. But anyway, so yeah. Jolly Roger says, I live halfway between Orlando and Tampa, so 30-ish minutes depending on traffic from Disney, Universal, Legoland, Busch Gardens, Tampa Aquarium, Tampa Zoo, etc., etc. No mountains here, though. If you want to get your own house, in my honest opinion, you should stay at your stepdad's and save money. Maybe you'd like it there. So, update on that. He ended up renting it out, which totally makes sense. because I didn't find a job in that amount of time out there, and I wasn't prepared to move. And he decided that he wanted to do something with it and start making an income off of it. So it's rented. So if I did want to move in there, the earliest would be like next June or July. So, but I'm not dead set on San Antonio. I've also been talking to my buddy Alex and his wife MJ, who got married in Mexico. They have a unit attached to their house that they were like, well, if you want to stay in Colorado, you can always rent that place out. And in fact, they're renovating it right now. So that's an option. Just picking up here in Colorado and getting my own apartment would work too. The options are there. The options are there. So I'm just enjoying the time that I have here at the current place, and yeah, we'll see where the dust settles probably early next year. Start actually putting applications out and stuff if I decide to live in Colorado or stay in Colorado. So we'll see. Asia says, I'm just going to stick with that because I think I got that right. If I'm wrong, I'm so sorry. Hey, Anthony. On the one hand, I'm incredibly happy and excited for your new channel. And of course, I've already subscribed to it. But on the other hand, I'm terribly sad because I only recently discovered this channel, and I will miss your walks with Apollo and vlogs. Your walks were something I'm waiting for a lot, but I understand perfectly that you want to devote 100% of your time and energy to your second channel. Maybe the wonderful adventure that is about to begin bring a smile to your face so that you feel fulfilled. I love amusement parks and I would like to visit many of them, but for now I have to enjoy our Energylandia in Poland, which is an amazing theme park. So you got one of the better ones. But thanks to you at least, I'll have at least a little bit of it. I hope that your trips and adventures in amusement parks brought you unforgettable memories, a lot of material for us to watch, and that thrill that appears in such a place. Have fun and live life to the fullest. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And I will try. It's fun. It's so much fun. Like, even just doing the planning, like tonight I have to go home and book my flights out to Virginia for the November trip. My flights and my Airbnbs and my car. I have to get all that sorted. And I'm really looking forward to it. I'm like, I can't wait to do that tonight while those videos are being edited. So yeah, I'm super excited. Not now. So this watch wants me to, it's not connected to my Apple account. I didn't do that when I left the house because it's been sitting in that bag for like over a year. But it's like, I don't really need it to do the things right now. Like today, I just need it to record how long we're walking, and we're at 2 miles. So anyway, thank you so much. Vaughn says, hey, Anthony, sounds like you've got some big adventures around every corner. By the way, I sent you an email with a picture of my koi's finish. It's probably in your spam. Thought you might like to see it. Yes, I do want to see. I think I did look at it. And I don't know if I responded or not, but it looked incredible. I think it was you holding it up. But yeah, it looked incredible. You did a fantastic job. And Debbie Rice says, I seriously laughed at them wrestling. I think that was Dune and Apollo. Quite comical. I'm surely going to miss this channel. I've learned a lot from you. However, you have me intrigued by your new channel. I've subscribed to your new channel. Looking forward to seeing you on your new adventures. Seriously going to miss single and placing. You need to be happy. Hope Apollo makes an appearance now and again. Yeah, for sure. For sure. And I'll keep saying it. I'm still working through it. We'll see how things end up. Going to my unboxing of Pit Stop in Paradise. Debbie Rice says, love this. I just got this one delivered this week. Oh, nice. And Lisa Noof says, hi, Anthony. Even though I enjoy your vlogs and diamond painting content and know nothing of coasters, I wish you best in your new channel. I love listening to your videos while I've diamond painted for a long time, so I have just subscribed to your coaster channel as well. You have to do what makes you happy. Hugs. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And Artemis says, I felt like this was coming when you started talking about it after last year's big park trip. I wish you the best, and I'll of course subscribe if you want. and the dates and places work, I'll join you for the Swedish leg of your coaster tour. Oh, yes. So that's something else I have to keep in mind is Artemis is supposed to come with me. So I have to keep that in mind too. Oh, that makes it difficult. All right, I'm gonna sit down and start planning this out. I just go on Google Maps and I start typing in like where I'm gonna start, where I'm gonna fly into, and then I cross-reference that with the Coast to Coaster website to see where the parks are. And I just start connecting the dots from one park to the next. And then I decide, should I stay, how long will I be in that park given the size? So if that's the case, do I need to stay the night there or just drive into the night to the next park and sleep overnight closer to that one and then be close by the next morning? And I just do that until Google Maps tells me I can't add anymore. So then I'll download that route and then keep going. And then I add it all up at the end. So I'll most likely have to do that. Actually, I don't want to go this way because that connects me to the high school. Let's go over here. So I'll need to do that. Gosh, maybe I really should think about doing a 3-week vacation. That just seems crazy. That'll have been the longest vacation I've ever taken in my life. I know people do it, and my boss goes on like bigger trips like that, like 3 weeks or 2.5 weeks. Like she went to Japan recently over the summer. So if I have the time, I should just do it, but it makes me feel like I'm like abandoning my job. Because 3 weeks would be 120 hours. Yeah, I'll have more, I already have more than that in my vacation bank right now. And so I'll have maybe close to double that by next year this time, but it doesn't mean I want to take it all. You never know. Like I always like to have plenty of vacation time in the bank in case something happens. What if I need to care for my mom for a couple weeks and I can't get to work? What if something happens where I need to travel unexpectedly and stay with someone? Like I always think about stuff like that, and also just the cost, the cost of hotels and everything for that extended amount of time is just huge. But I need to think about it in terms of a life experience, having vacation hours sitting in the bank, that's good, but it's meant for you to be able to go and have life experiences without worrying about money. I don't know. But yeah, Artemis, that makes me think that I'm going to run the numbers, okay? And we'll talk. I'll message you and see what you think. And see how far you are from these places. We'll talk. I was going to say, let me pull it up right now, but let's get some more comments done. But thank you. And then my unboxing of Pit Stop in Paradise diamond painting. Yotwin says, this one will turn out very nice if I see all the drill colors. Yeah, for sure. I'm not sure if I didn't show that's what you're referencing, but yes, it should turn out really nice for sure. I want to end up over there where those people are. I just don't know what the best way to do that is. And then Carol Racine says, Anthony, I've been following you for some time now. I enjoy your channel. Your vlogs are interesting. Love seeing the Colorado scenery and blinging up canvases. Congratulations on your new channel. I'll subscribe to it too. I get sick on roller coasters, but that won't deter me from viewing your venture. Following your passion is exciting. Diamond painting and roller coaster enthusiasm. Your knack for welcoming and drawing people into your community is wonderful. Watching other creators, I hear how much your followers love you. I look forward to seeing your pursuits. Follow your dreams. Enjoy your vacations this year. Be safe and have fun. Hugs for Apollo. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And yeah, we've got a pretty good bunch over here. So that's something I also have to keep in mind is like, it's rare that you have like a gaggle of crafty friends. And it's rare that you have people that are willing to sit and listen to you ramble for hours and hours and hours. So I shouldn't be, and I'm not. I'm definitely thinking about this long and hard, but I don't want to be flippant about just being like, see ya. So, yeah. The Diamond Technician says, hey Anthony, I mostly follow for you and Apollo, of course, although I mainly sub to diamond painting channels. I'll follow you as a friend follows a friend on their next journey. I'll see you on the new channel. P.S. If and when you go to Six Flags Fiesta, Texas in San Antonio, I may join you. I'm in Houston. Yeah, you mentioned that as well. So, yeah, I just got to look at costs for this month, September, and see what makes the most sense. There's the Six Flags in San Antonio. I forget what their coaster lineup looks like, but I don't think there's anything there that I've been like, oh, I've been dreaming about going on that. But there are some coasters at Fiesta, Texas that are bucket list coasters. On the flip side, Frontier City in Oklahoma City, there's not really anything there that I even know about, but there is a ride called Time Traveler at Silver Dollar City that is like one of the highest on my bucket list for the US. The manufacturer is called Mach, and the model is called an Extreme Spinner. So you're on this roller coaster. It's trains of, like, the cars are 4 people, and there's like 4 of them attached to each other, so 12 people, maybe 16, maybe there's another car. But you're sitting back to back. So some people are facing forward, some people are facing back. And as you're on the roller coaster, the actual train is rotating. While that's rotating, so you're like on a teacup almost. Think of it like a teacup, but you have 2 back to back. So it has that. Not only is it doing that, but it's also going upside down. So you're rotating and flipping upside down at the same time. And there's not too many of them in the world. I think there's maybe like 3. And the one that's the most highly rated is in Fantasia Land, I believe. And that one's called, no, it's not. I'm gonna have to pull it up since we're talking about it. The ride's called The Ride to Happiness. It's in Plopsaland. Plopsaland is in Belgium. Oh my gosh. I don't think I can add that in, but anyway, that's in Plopsaland in Belgium. One of the other ones is at Silver Dollar City, and it's supposed to be just incredible. It's also a launch coaster, so it launches you. So that's, I'd say, higher on my list. So I just got to figure it out, what I want to do. If I fly into Kansas City, or Oklahoma City, then I'd probably do a half day at Frontier City because I think I can get it all done in a half day, and then drive out to Branson and spend 2 days there. And then on Monday, come back and fly out of Oklahoma City again. So am I saying that right? Is it Oklahoma City or Kansas City that Frontier City's in? I don't know, but you know what I mean. The Six Flags Park would be the lesser exciting of the 2. And they're really kind of the only 2 that are like kind of out there. So there isn't really anything else when I was looking at the map that like, ooh, I should add a 3rd park, or like I'll have to make another trip someday to do blah, blah, blah. Like it's those 2 are kind of the closest within like a 2-hour drive from each other. Now there's some other stuff that's 4-5 hours, but that would have to be its own deal. So yeah, lots of planning. I'm hoping you can tell that like I'm just jazzed at the prospect. So yeah. Plopsaland. Oh, man, I wish it was somewhere closer to where I was going. That's okay. Da-da-da. Okay, and then going to my unboxing of Pit Stop in Paradise. Avery says the colors are stunning and it looks like it's glowing. Yeah, it really does. It's super cool, and I do want to jazz that up with something. Then Avery says, I think your roller coaster would be fine on this channel. You have other stuff like skincare, diamond painting, and vlogs that you have here, so it would work. I would fully support you on another channel either way. I love all of your content. Thank you so much. And we're going back, like these are 4 months old, these comments at this point. So yeah, I decided to do it separate because yes, I know that I put that stuff on here and I'm sure everyone would be just fine with it. But in the reverse, getting like the theme park enthusiast and coaster folks and like the people that I've started to engage with over there to also watch diamond painting stuff and skincare stuff, they're a little less flexible. So that's why I decided to split it up. But yeah. We'll see how it goes. All right. Avery goes on to say, sorry, things are so rough right now. I hope you get back to a good place soon. Keep your head up. You got this. That was when I was going to the open space. And yeah, I don't remember what was. I'll have to watch that video back again. But whatever it was, things pass. I'm doing good. So yeah, thank you. Leslie Diamond Paint says, I'm guessing I'm one of those that feels incredibly sad that you're ending this channel. I'm sure you'll enjoy yourself over there, but I will miss you a lot over here. No more Apollo walks, it will leave a hole. I know, that's what people have been saying. I know. Come here. And I'm taking it to heart. Don't you worry. There's some birds just hanging out. It's crazy how low the water level is right now. I guess it's late in the season, but in the spring, the water's like, you can see how much it's receded, or the change in the color of the sand. You can actually see it gets darker, then lighter, and then lighter and lighter. So like as the year goes on, it just keeps getting lower. It was a wet spring early in summer, I felt like, but it had been a really dry summer, late summer, and now we are starting to get more rain. You can already see the rain coming in. So we're starting to get some more daily storms and the weather's cooling, but we just had a rough like July and I'd say like, I guess June, July, and most of August. It's been crispy here. So I'm happy to see that we're getting some precipitation back for sure though, for sure. We need it, especially with all these fires going. As long as there's no lightning, that's the thing. So anyway, thank you for the comment. Miller Ty Mama says, super excited for your new channel. Thank you. And Mr. Savage Beat says, congrats on the new channel. Already found your channel because of diamond art, but I'm with you on to the next challenge. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And Mia says, hey love, I already knew all of this and yet it still hit me emotionally because I heard your voice saying it instead of reading it. You know I will always support you no matter what you'll end up doing. By now you are more than a diamond painting friend to me. You are family and family support one another. Thank you so much. Now I'm gonna get emotional, Mia, because I do truly feel like, you know, like sometimes we take little breaks with chatting because life gets in the way and we both get busy, but like I'm always thinking, I think about everyone, but you know, Mia and I talk pretty regularly. Hop up on Instagram. And sometimes there's been a couple times where we just chat on the phone for like a long time. And anytime I hear your voice on your videos and stuff, it always makes me smile. And yeah, and I'm just super, like, I can't wait to meet you and everybody else at the retreat in person. I'm so looking forward to it. And I know there's gonna be other people there, but like, for your birthday, I was like, I want to do something, like, I just want to go out and have dinner or do something with Mia, like, just one-on-one, you know, like, just gab and, like, chit-chat and catch up. I think this is going to lead us nowhere. Let's turn around. But I know I have to share you with everybody else that's going to the retreat. And you're just so, I don't know, I could gush about how much I love Mia all day long. But yeah, thank you. I was your second sub. Yeah, she was my second sub on the other channel, only because I told her about it really shortly after I started the channel. In fact, I was sending her screenshots of like my layout that I was planning before I even started Coaster Pursuit. I was like, what do you think of this? Here's the intro. I'm so excited. And like just sharing that stuff with her before it even went live. And then it went live and I told her, but by that time, in that like day or two, somebody stumbled upon the channel and subscribed. I have no idea who it was. She unfortunately had to be second to, I don't know who it was, because I hadn't even told anyone yet. Anyway, so I was your second sub since you took sub. Oh, that's right. I forgot that when I thought it was a stranger. It was me on single and placing. That's what it was. So I stole my number one spot. At first I was like, who was that? And I think I realized it was me. So I should have unsubscribed so she could be the first one and then subscribed back. Bad Anthony, and no, I didn't share with anyone else yet. I wanted to wait until you had put up some content for people to see. Thank you. I really look forward to follow along on your theme park trips all over the world. Hope that you'll be able to join us. I hope that we'll be able to join you on a few here in Denmark next year. Happy Easter to you and Apollo and Dune. Love you. Love you too. And we just talked about it. I want you to come with me to Djurs Summerland and Farup and Bakken and Tivoli and Bon Bon Land. So you have 4 parks to come with me to Denmark. You can pick which ones. I won't make you go to all of them. But yeah, and I'm planning on doing that leg of the trip. We'll see. Right now the plan was to do that leg of the trip after the retreat, since I'll already be in Denmark, and then I can wrap up that last bit of the week in Denmark, maybe Sweden, maybe Norway. We'll see. Doretta says, congratulations, Anthony, on your new channel. I will live vicariously through you because I've never been on a roller coaster. Also, I'm glad you've made some Philly connections. I've been in Belgium visiting my eldest son, so I won't be able to connect with you while you're in my area. I would have loved to show you around maybe next time. Anyway, have fun, and I'll catch you on your next video. Yeah, for sure. I'm planning on another Philadelphia stop next year. Most likely late May, early June. I don't know in what direction I'll be going, but it'll be probably a week-long trip. And I'll be going to Kennywood, a couple other parks. So I'll be on the west side of PA, but there's a couple places that are kind of a little bit closer to the east side. So if you're willing to do a halfway, we could always meet again. I know we met here in Colorado, because that's also going to be tied to Canada's Wonderland and Cedar Point. So that's a big long trip too. So, but I'd love to. And I do need to make it back out to Jersey to see Eve and a couple other folks. In November, I will be in Massachusetts, which is still a pretty significant drive up into Jersey. But I was even thinking like, gosh, should I try to make it up there? But I don't think I can. I want to see people too. But thank you. Melissa says, oh, Anthony. Oh, whoa. Okay, that's a big, long comment. This might have to be the last one because we're getting close. Let me check the battery. Jeez, Melissa. No, I'm kidding. It's fine. Okay, I think we can handle this. Whew, Melissa. Okay. Are you ready? Oh, Anthony, I have so many feels. I just got so teared up listening to this. I have so much to say. I'm very happy for you. I'm happy that you have found a supportive community. Well, I've always had one, and it's been you guys, but it's been cool to find another one too. So I'm excited that you get the opportunity to fulfill a lifelong dream. I have no doubt that you'll You will create an amazing new channel and will have a ton of success and reach out to a whole new audience that will love you as much as we have. I'll miss our walks with Apollo and watching the seasons change in Golden. I'm traveling with my family at the end of May. We are cruising to Alaska. Yep. The week after school is out for my kids, I picked out a small set with flowers from a brand new company to take with me to support your event with Mia. Oh, thank you. Hold on. I'm also having surgery next Friday, the 25th of April, so I may be in bed for a bit as I heal. I'm not a mini kit girl, but these are 20 by 20s. Oh, interesting. I picked them out so I could take this little event with you. You'll have to let me know where you got those kits. Not that I'm big into minis, but that's not like, that's not a, what are they called from Diamond Art Club? It's not a mini dazzle. That's way bigger, I think, than a mini dazzle. You have to let me know where you get that. That's a nice snack size. It's not too small. Huh, interesting. Back to theme parks. My first theme park as a kid was Kings Island. I will be going there in October. I lived in Dayton. Oh, nice, until I was 9 and then moved to Georgia. Spent my many teen field trips at Six Flags Over Georgia. That's also on my list someday. As a parent, my kids grew up in Dollywood. I'll be going there in October. During our homeschool years, we had multiple years with season passes there. It was comfortable letting my teenage boys roam freely there. I heard it's very nice, very clean, very safe, very wholesome. It's a wholesome theme park. That's why they wet their feet on roller coasters and developed their love for thrill rides. My oldest son is a zip line tour guide. Yes, I remember that. On his break from college in Highlands, North Carolina. We went to Universal Florida for spring break this year, and my 11-year-old daughter joined the pack for the first time. She got the courage to ride with her 6-year-old brother on all the big rides. I got to be the single rider. I will say that at almost 50, coasters are so much harder. I lost over 50 pounds this year, so I thought it'd be easier, but the jostles caused immediate headaches that felt like hangovers. Oh no. Yeah, I hear that a lot. And it's just those G-forces and just like the yanking and tugging around. Like, it's rough. It's rough, especially on like rougher wooden roller coasters. Well, probably even worse on some of the steel ones that haven't been kept up well. I'm glad you're pursuing it now. I think this is a daring, brave move. We have gotten to share in so many facets of your life, and I'm thankful for all of it. I'm going to subscribe right now and encourage my sons to check out your new space as well. They would not be interested in diamond painting, but would love to learn about travel and theme parks. Here for it all. Thank you so much. Oh, you're such a sweetheart. And then she also goes on to say, hey, double check your description for the coaster channel. You have 2 typos, missing a period and misspelled trip. Has that been up there for months? Let me see. Oh, goodness. I think we picked perfect timing on our last vlog when we were out at the Westminster Hills open space. As soon as I waved goodbye, it started raining, and it feels like this is going to be a very similar situation. The rain is rolling up over the mountains very quickly. So I think both times we've timed it just right that we don't get rained out, which is awesome. Okay, I'm going to my other channel because I just read that now and I haven't looked back on that description since I posted it, I don't think. Theme park, roller coasters, we welcome, blah, 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 hunt for parks around the world, reviews, trip planning. I think I got it. I think I must have fixed it. Maybe I saw your comment at the time and fixed it, but I didn't say anything because I was waiting till I would respond to it on a video, which took 4 months. Sorry. But thank you. Thank you for catching that. Okay, we maybe have time for a couple more. Maybe one more. This is another long one. Wow, people had a lot to say about the changes, which I guess I should have expected. And thank you guys so much for the kind words, seriously. And I'm taking everything to heart. I'll say it again and again. Come here. Lizette at Lizette Crafts and Tells. Hi, says, hi Anthony, I followed along from the beginning, found your take on diamond art so refreshing. You make me look at certain diamond paintings differently. I've always appreciated that so much. Just want to let you know that I'm so happy for you. I think it's awesome that you're going to follow your heart and passion. The reason people from this community will follow you in your newfound community is because you've made a connection with them for who you are and what you stand for. I know nothing about theme parks. I get seasick on roller coasters, and therefore I've only tried it like 3 times. And those probably don't even qualify as adult roller coasters. That's funny. I'm definitely subscribing to your new channel. So interested to see what you're going to do over there, and just want to support you. Follow your dreams, stay awesome, and most of all, have fun. Greetings from France. Thank you so much. And France will most likely be my second time to Europe for roller coasters. Maybe in like 2028, 29, who knows. So Lizette, if we're still connecting and chit-chatting, I'm gonna need to see you as well. Thank you. Yeah, when I go out there, that might be one of the times where I've got to do a Disney park, just to see it. I'd be very curious. Ooh, I saw a little bit of lightning. Okay, Appo, let's get home. Let's get home. So yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And Tina D said, I'm so happy for you and plan to follow you on your new channel. Thank you. And Dana Corbin says, subscribed already. I want you to be happy. Oh, thank you so much. That's so sweet, you guys. Lori Joseph says, how exciting. I'll follow you on your new channel. It sounds like so much fun. I live 15 minutes from Kings Island. What? Would love to meet you whenever you're there. Lori. Okay, I'm going to comment back. I'm actually going to comment on this one just in case Lori doesn't watch this. This will be the last one. Hey, Lori. I'll be spending 2 days in Cincinnati in October. I spelled that completely wrong. I'd love to meet up because for that one, I'll be Apollo. What are you sniffing? What are you sniffing? What is it? Can you watch your little paw? Can I get your leg, please? Thank you. I love when I ask him, like, can I get your leg? He lets me just like, he kind of lets his weight off of whichever leg is caught up. I don't have to like pull it off the ground to get him to move. He just kind of lifts his little leg like, yes, please. Can you help me? It's very sweet. Yeah, because I will be in, let's just check the battery. 18%, we're good. We're almost to the car, so. I'll be in Cincinnati on the 11th and the 12th of October of this year. So next month, probably when you're seeing this. And I'll be doing a full day at Kings Island. And they're open from like 11 a.m. to midnight because it's the Halloween stuff. So I'll be there for that. Then the next day, I'm going to Strip, which is outside of Cincinnati, about 20 minutes outside of Cincinnati, for one of their only public open days that they do throughout the year. But that opens from noon to 8. So I have that whole morning until noon to get to Strickers Grove. And from what I understand, it will not take me very long to film there and ride the 2 roller coasters that they have, like a couple hours. So when I leave there, I'm driving down to Pigeon Forge, but I don't have anything planned that day after Strickers Grove. So it doesn't really matter what time I get into Pigeon Forge because I'm not going to Dollywood until the next day, Monday. So I have that whole day after Strickers Grove, the afternoon and the evening, to goof around in Cincinnati if you want to meet up, Lori. I think for me, I'd prefer to do maybe a breakfast, take you out to breakfast, or get coffee or something before Strickers Grove. And if you want to come with me, you're more than welcome to. Kings Island might be a little different. You're more than welcome to come with me there too. But that is a massive park with a ton of rides, and I will be running around. So I don't know if it'll be a very cash type of day. I'm going to be trying to get shots of everything. It's going to be a lot. And in fact, I'm even thinking now that I have my season pass, if Stricker's Grove doesn't take that long, then I will go back to Kings Island after Stricker's Grove, go back there and try to film some more in the afternoon. But the morning until noon, I'm fine. So I'd say if you're willing to meet up anytime between like 7 a.m. and 11 a.m. on Sunday, the 12th, what is that, the 12th then? Sunday the 12th of October, then let's go get breakfast. My treat. Please let me know. I would love to meet up. And if you want to come to Stricker's Grove, I will be the chauffeur. I will drive you out there, and I got your ticket too. You don't have to ride all the rides with me if you don't want to, but it's from what I understand, it's a very quaint, small, little place out in the middle of nowhere, kind of in a farm. And it's small. So if you want to do that, I got you. I will take care of everything. You just got to get in the car. Oh, that would be fun. Okay, and if anybody else, that's like my most downtime out of that October trip, is that Sunday in Cincy. So let me know. But yeah, I think that'll do it. We're coming up to the car here. I'm gonna head home, stop and get some food on the way from somewhere. But we did 3.2 miles today. Not too shabby, not too shabby. And again, let me know how you're doing. As far as like I'm so sad to see your channel go comments, I get it. But I worry that I don't want it to feel like I'm soliciting, oh, we're so sorry to see you goes from everyone. I'm responding to the comments about it, and then I feel like then people respond to me saying it again, and they're like, we're still so sad. I get it. I'm not trying to discourage anyone from mentioning it. I just want to say that in case people are like, all right, Anthony, you're really milking this, especially if I decide to change plans. So just hold your sadness and disappointment. Stay happy. I'm still here. And definitely check out the other channel, because it is a lot of, and it's still me, you know. And yes, I'm at theme parks and stuff, but just think of them as vlog. That's what they are. They're vlogs. Like I've done going to other places. So it's just that I don't end up mentioning diamond painting at all, ever. But maybe mix it in with some of the stuff you see here, and it'll feel just like an extension of this channel, you know, if you just sprinkle them in. So I encourage you to check it out. But yeah, part of me is like, am I trying to like milk people for sympathy, or like we misuse and stuff? Not at all. I appreciate it and I love it, but I just worry that if I keep bringing it up because I'm just responding to your comments about it, it's just gonna feel like, okay, Anthony, geez. Like, at least I feel that way because I'm self-conscious. So just hang tight. That's all I'm gonna ask. Hang tight, stick with me. We'll see where we land, okay? Love you guys so much. Thanks for being here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all that good stuff. We'll see you next time. Bye, 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 bye.